Coach, welcome, and your thoughts about the upcoming season.
Well, good morning. We're excited about this coming season, as we usually are. It's doing what we love to do. We've got a great group of kids returning. We'll still be a very young team, but we have improved a lot.
Okay, we'll take questions for Coach. If you put your hands up, we'll get the microphone. Again, please remember to give your name and your affiliation. We got a question on the left side, about 3/4 of the way back.
Hi, Coach. Krista Pirtle with the Lubbock AJ. What's the biggest area of improvement you've seen in your 5 sophomores so far?
Well, strength, obviously, just a year of conditioning and weight training. I think that's helped the experience of playing in the Big 12, and I think the foreign tour we took this summer helps us realize that their maturity level, that they've improved in all areas pretty much.
Got a question on the right side, about halfway back.
Hey, Coach. Jenny Carlson with the Oklahoma. We just heard Curtis Shaw talk a bunch about improving the game, making it more watchable, that sort of thing. There's been some talk, too, about schedule shifts, maybe trying to push things back a little bit, not compete as much against football. What's your thoughts on any of that as it relates to scheduling specifically?
Well, everything is evolving. It's always changing, and we have to change with the times. Obviously, there was talk about changing the seasons years ago because it's a 2-semester sport that crosses over into and I always want to think about the student athletes when we make these decisions. And I think the rule changes that they want to implement are to help to improve the game, speed the game up some, but also to give the players more freedom to express themselves, to play the game the way we want to see it played, and because we are in an entertainment field as well as an educational field, and we know that. So, but all the things that they're trying to explore or change should be, the student athletes' well-being should be kept in mind. And I think, and we're heading in the right direction in that regard.
Got a question on the rear, left side.
What's the biggest challenge for you in trying to rebuild this program in such a talented league?
Well, believing, when you've struggled for so long to win, like we have at Texas Tech, just changing the mindset and culture. Although we have great fans, great student support on our campus, and in Lubbock, and in general, there's a lot of great Red Raider fans, and we still have to continue to grow the program from when it comes to recruiting, to keep improving, whether it's facilities or other areas. We know that the competition is stiff no matter where, in trying to influence or persuade young men or women to attend our university. But we've Kirby Holcutt, our AD, and Dwayne Nellis, our president, have all, our school is growing. We've had the largest freshman class we've ever had, over 35,000 students. So it's all those things are pointing us and heading us in the right direction. And I think basketball in particular, men's basketball, we're on the right track. We have the right kids on board, and it's just a matter of time and continuous improvement from the skill set. It helped that we have access to the players last summer. We went on a foreign tour, so those things have been beneficial. So I expect us to be much more competitive this year.
Question on the right side, about halfway back.
Tubby, Dave Scrudder from the Associated Press. Earlier this year, you were part of a group of coaches who developed a new association for minority hirings. And I wonder if you can give us an update now, about 6 months on, how that is going. And also, by my count, I think more minority coaches lost their jobs or left their jobs than were hired again this season. Just your thoughts on that trend.
Well, there used to be the BCA, the Black Coaches Association, which I'm proud that I was one of the charter members, and when we first started it back in '85, '86. So it was, and it made a difference. There are a lot of changes that were taking place. There were very few African American or minority coaches at the Division I level, and assistant coaches at the time. I was assistant coach at Virginia Commonwealth University at the time, and it was a little uneasy, but as far as what we were trying to achieve, I think John Thompson, Nolan Richardson, and John Chaney, guys that were pioneers, kind of paved the way for many of us, many of African American minority coaches. So we want to continue that trend. I know the NCAA has programs to try to, and other, the NBA, the NFL. There are a lot of programs that have been implemented to help minorities coaches, prepare themselves, and that's what this program is about. It's about preparation, preparing, and addressing some of the issues that may affect our student athletes. Not so much hiring or firing of coaches, because we know it's a dollar. It's more than just that. It's there's a lot that goes into those circumstances, those situations. But to have to be able to have a voice and be able to speak for, and that's what this organization is about. Norvell and Ricky Leff are two people, Merritt Norvell and two people that are heading up this program, and we have a number of coaches that have joined. So I think it's going to be beneficial. It's still in the infancy stage, and it's going to take some time, but it's to address a lot of issues, especially the most important one that we're trying to address is how the new academic eligibility and standards will affect minority students.
Further questions for Coach? We got time for one more question. Coach, they're letting you off awfully easy this morning.
I appreciate that. I needed to be let off easy today. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Good.